Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of the Skywalker, comes out in about 2 months from here. The final trailer just dropped yesterday, and for almost 2 weeks now, have wanted to do a Star Wars bingo. I saw Jenny Nicholson did this. I watched the video like a month or two ago, forgot about it, and I was like, you know what, that would actually be fun. So I made my own bingo card and then completely forgot to actually record the video. So I don't even remember what I put on there. So this will be a fun adventure for me too, but I figured, why not do that? So let's just jump into it, and yeah. So for the free space, I am going to say reformed Kylo Ren. I think that Kylo Ren is going to get reformed on here. I've always been team reformed Kylo Ren, and I think that he is going to be redeemed. He's gonna not be evil. I really hope that happens, and I think that's what's gonna happen. That's why I think it's on my free space. I don't see him staying on the dark side. I don't see him staying evil. I see him definitely getting reformed. For the next one, I am saying that there will definitely be a ghost Obi-Wan Kenobi. It'll probably be Ewan McGregor reprising his role. Obviously, he's the only, Alec Guinness isn't alive anymore. But I think he'll be there as a ghost, kind of like what they did with Yoda, maybe playing a bigger part. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think that there will be a Ghost Obi-Wan somewhere in there. Alright, for our next spot, we have more Porgs. I think that there's going to be more Porgs in here, whether it'll be one Porg that's just hanging out in the Millennium Falcon, or we're going to see a whole bunch of Porgs, but I think there's going to be more Porgs because then they'll have a reason to sell Porgs toys again. Alright, the next space will be that I think that the kid from the end of Episode 8, that a lot of people are like, yo, there's something important about him. I feel like he's going to be irrelevant and never even talked about again. I think that that kid at the end was just some simple symbolism thrown in there being like, hey, there's still hope, and that was it. A lot of people I know think that, oh, look, he has the Force, so therefore he's going to play an integral part in the next movie, but I don't think that that's what's going to happen. I'm 99.9% sure that he was just there as a symbolism that hope still remains in the galaxy, and that's all. Alright, the next one after that is Rose dies. I think Rose Tico will die in this one, though now that I'm thinking about it, they may not do it just because then people will think that they're giving in to the people who hated her. I wasn't a fan of her character. I understand, just because of how it was written. The actress who played her did an amazing job, but her character was written poorly in my opinion, and maybe she will be redeemed as a good character. You know, this is the middle of the story, so I can't judge her character until her arc is done, but at least in the last one, I personally thought that her character just kind of felt flat. It fell flat for me. It just wasn't that great of a character, and I think she's going to die, and I think it's going to be this big emotional thing, and that will be, yeah, Rose Tico will die. Alright, for the next spot, I think Chewbacca will continue to be underutilized as a side character. The last two movies, Chewbacca really hasn't been used for much. He's kind of just been there since, he's supposed to be there. It's a Star Wars movie. We need Chewbacca. But besides that, he really hasn't played too much of a major role in the story. And I kind of think that they're going to do that again. I do know that Peter Mayhew died, the guy who played Chewbacca, the guy in the costume. I think I pronounced it right. Yeah. I know that he died, so I'm not sure how much filming was done with him and stuff, and obviously they can, probably find somebody else to wear it, but obviously it won't be the Chewbacca we all knew and loved, but with his passing and with the track record of the way that they've handled his character in the last two movies, I really don't see him being utilized more. Like, Chewbacca had more of an arc in the prequels so far than he has in this one. Like, you saw him be sad about Han for 5 seconds, and he flies co-pilot to Rey now in the Millennium Falcon. That's all I can think about that happened with Chewbacca. Oh yeah, and he ate a Porg. He ate a Porg. Never mind, I take it all back. He ate a Porg. So he's had some great character development. He ate a Porg, so they don't need to use him anymore. The next one, I think that somehow someone is going to have a different colored lightsaber for one that we haven't seen yet. I know that they've used a lot of different colors. There's been, blue, green, red, purple, orange, all the colors under the sun. I think there's been yellow. But I think that there will be another one, mainly just for merchandising purposes, because now they can be like, look it, we have a black lightsaber, or we have a pink lightsaber that you can have now. Just obviously for more toys and stuff. I don't know who will have it, but I think that there will be a different color lightsaber in this movie just for the sake of marketing. Alright, so for the next spot, I think that there will be a ghost Anakin as well. I don't know if it'll be in the same scene as the ghost Obi-Wan. It would kind of make sense if it was, plus it would be really, really awesome to see those two together again, Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen together being Anakin and Obi-Wan. I think that would be awesome. I know a lot of people didn't like him as Anakin. I thought he did a great job with the material he was given. But I think that would be great. And I really genuinely think there will definitely be a ghost Anakin in this, because it just makes sense to me. There has to be a ghost Anakin in this one, and I will actually be upset if there isn't a ghost Anakin, because Anakin is fucking lit. All right, on this one's really going on a limb there, but I think they're going to bring Ewoks back. I've heard rumors. I haven't dug too much into people and their speculations, just because I hate speculations about movies. I say as I'm making a speculative list. But I haven't looked too much into any of like the details surrounding the plot or anything. I want to go in there, could be completely surprised, but I have heard rumors that I guess that there's a chance that they might be going to the ruins of Death Star 2, which if so, they might be going around Endor, and if that's the case, I cannot see them not somehow bringing the Ewoks into this. So I think the Ewoks will definitely be back in this movie, and they're definitely going to be just as fucking stupid and annoying as they were in Return of the Jedi. Alright, so I think the next one is one that I think a lot of people also agree with and think will happen, is that the Millennium Falcon will be destroyed. I think the Millennium Falcon will be destroyed in here. It's been around for forever. This is the very, very end of all of the Skywalker saga. I don't know how many of these characters may appear in other movies, but I think that this is the end of the Millennium Falcon, and honestly, I think it being blown up in battle in some intense, heroic moment would be epic, and I think it would be a perfect send-off for the Millennium Falcon. I would much rather that than it just be like, same old, Chewie's out being a sidekick to somebody else, and whatever. I think that blowing up the Millennium Falcon is almost a shoo-in, and I think it would actually be really good for just the development of the Millennium Falcon. It's been through so much shit, it's been through so much crazy stuff, and I think it's time for the Millennium Falcon to be retired. This one is going to be very controversial. I don't even know why I put this on here, other than the fact that I could see them going this way. They haven't set up anything otherwise, but I think they're going to make Poe Dameron gay. I have no reason for this. I have no sources, or I have nothing, no scenes in the movie to back it up. I don't need one. I just think they're going to make Poe gay in this movie. I don't know why, I don't know how, but there's going to be something gay about him. Alright, for the next space, I think Hux is going to try and overthrow Kylo Ren and end up being killed in the process. I kind of half see it being done in an overly comedic way, but then again, I know J.J. Abrams was doing this one and he didn't have as much stupid comedy in it as Rian Johnson did, but I see it being done in almost a comedic way. Like, he tries to do it, ends up fucking up and killing himself by accident. I really don't see it being Kylo Ren catches him and fucking kills him himself. I see it being an indirect way that, like, he tries to kill Kylo, and because of that, it ends up resulting in his own death. And Kylo isn't the one who directly kills him. I'm not sure how it'll happen, but the only reason I say that is because, then again, he could kill Hux. You know what? He killed Han Solo, and I think he can get reformed. He can kill Hux. So, you know what? Let him kill Hux. I don't care. But I think that Hux is going to die in this movie by trying to overthrow and take Kylo Ren's position. I think that there is going to be a new droid. I don't know what kind of droid. I don't know what purpose it will be for. But I don't think it'll be a sidekick one. It may be a sidekick to BB-8 for a little bit. Like, a droid that BB-8 is, like, pals around with and makes happy BB-8 noises too. And it's just like, hey, that's BB-8's friend! That BB-8 has a friend! And that might be all that it is. It might not have a major role, but I think there's going to be another robot in there that they'll be able to market the toys. A lot of these predictions are coming off based off the fact that Disney likes to sell toys of their thing. Alright, and then we had our free space, which is reformed Kylo Ren, and the next one, I think Lando Calrissian is gonna die. I know he's in this movie, and I think he's gonna die. I think he's gonna blow up with the Millennium Falcon, making some heroic sacrifice, and it'll be epic. Yeah, that's all I have for that one. And I think we're gonna go back to Jakku. I think that, I mean, it's Star Wars. It seems like they always go back to where their hero's journey started. Anakin ended up going back to Tatooine at a point. Luke went back to Tatooine at a point. Everybody goes back to the desert planet that they started off at and have some great revelation of, wow, life has changed since I have left here in the past X amount of years. And I'm almost certain that that is going to happen here. I don't know if she's going to go there to confirm things about her parents. I don't know if she's going to go there for, I don't know what reason, but Rey is going to end up back on Jakku for some fucking reason. R2-D2 will be destroyed. I know that's controversial because a lot of people love R2 and don't ever want to see him go. I don't think Disney will actually pull the trigger on him, but it would be nice to see him go. Not in the fact that I hate R2-D2. I love R2. I used to have a little R2-D2 clock keychain, and it was like my most prized possession as a child. But like I said, he's been around for a while. They use him in literally everything. Like, I don't think there has been a Star Wars show, movie, or anything that hasn't featured R2 and C-3PO for that matter. But he's been used so much. He's lived a long life, and he has seen some shit. And I think it's time for R2-D2 to go. And I think that this is the time for him to go. Like, it's the end of the Skywalker saga, and I think they're going to be killing a lot of people to wrap that up, because that would be, I don't want to say satisfactory, but that's typically the way these things go. they just kill everybody and are like, that's the end. No, everybody's dead, so we can't possibly make more. This next one might actually get me some hate. I don't know. But I think in this one, they did say after Carrie Fisher's passing that they were going to be using old footage and some stuff that she recorded and do the graphics thing, kind of like what they did with Tarkin and the younger Princess Leia and Rogue One. And that is that I think that there is going to be some scene, even if it's just like a flashback memory type moment of Princess Leia with a lightsaber, using it in some way, form, or fashion. I personally believe that she, you know, had some minuscule training of Force stuff in those 20 years, 30 years in between A New Hope and The Force Awakens. So, like, I don't know. I feel like she's had some sort of Jedi training, and they're going to cover that in this movie, just if for no other reason than to make the space scene make sense. To me, understanding how the Force works, knowing that it can awaken itself in somebody else, in somebody that has it, and manifest itself in ways that is needed without the user knowing, is a thing that's in Star Wars canon and confirmed that a lot of people don't seem to know. So to me, it makes sense, but to most, I guess, casual Star Wars fans, it's just like, what the fuck? She's Superman. And I mean, the presentation of it, I agree, totally fucking stupid. But I understood what they were saying with that scene that I think a lot of people missed, and I think that they're going to recover that, or they're going to re-go over that and be like, see, this is why she was able to do that. She was trained for a few years in the Force and tried to be a Jedi or some shit. This next one is kind of in the same vein as the new robot. There's going to be another new cute creature to sell for merchandise, for toys. It'll be another Porg type thing. I was surprised that the Ice Foxes weren't as big of a deal as the Porgs, because I personally loved the Ice Foxes more than the Porgs. I can't remember what they're called. But I think that there's going to be some new creature that becomes the new market thing as well. Because they, like I said, everything nowadays is driven by marketing decisions, and this would make sense from a marketing point of view. And seeing the track record with how they do things with these movies, it would make total sense and right in line with the process of how they've been doing it. This next one is probably the least controversial one on here, because I don't think many people would disagree with it, and a lot of people are like, hell yeah, that's definitely gonna happen, and that is Reylo will be confirmed. And I really don't even need to say more on that, because I'm sure everybody agrees. Alright, for this one, I think Palpatine in that teaser trailer is a teaser. I don't think he's gonna be that heavily involved. I feel like it's going to be like they're going to end up finding just like a holocron of him talking and saying, oh, this is my big evil plan. I had people hidden in the unknown zone. I can't remember what it's called, but in the unknown zone for years waiting for this to happen. And now they're emerging, kind of like the way the First Order did, but this is a different version of it. I kind of feel like the Emperor's inclusion is not going to be good for the First Order or the Resistance, because I don't know. I feel like there's going to be another faction that shows up and just fucks everybody's shit up. All right, for the next space, I think that we are also going to go back to the temple where Kylo Ren trained and all that shit happened with Luke and him, and we're going to find out about all that stuff. We're going to cover that in more details, maybe see flashbacks, maybe he'll go there and do his own like hero's journey, like, wow, this is where I think started off, and maybe he's going to get an artifact from there or something. But I feel like Kylo, or maybe not Kylo, but Rey, somebody will be going back to that temple to get something important. I don't know what, I don't know why, but they're going back to that temple, and yeah. All right, the next one is, I think Rey's parents are absolutely no one. I think that what Kylo said is true. Which is great. In my opinion, I thought that was amazing. Like, in Star Wars, every single person has to be connected to somebody we already know, or else what's the point of their character? And I hate that. Like, why can't Rey literally be nobody? Like, I don't understand. Like, if we didn't know who Anakin was in episode 1, he would have been literally a nobody to us. His parents were of no real mention. His mom was a slave. His dad, nobody knew. So his whole family was literally no one. Like, and I don't see anything wrong with that. And I don't know why people are so upset that Rey's parents are absolute nobodies. They're just drunks that sold her for alcohol money. I think that's a great story. I personally like that backstory for her. She's nobody. She was sold into slavery by her parents who gave zero fucks about her. And that's her character. And I don't see why she needs to have some secret, special, super lineage that makes everything make sense. I think that her lineage being of non-importance is fine. And I don't know why so many people are against it. But I think it's going to turn out that, yeah, that's true. She is a nobody, and that's okay. This next one, I'm not even sure what I meant. I just wrote down green lightsaber. I guess there'll be a green lightsaber in there. Maybe somebody's gonna have a green lightsaber, and that's one of my predictions. For my next space, I think that there will be a Death Star 3. Yeah, I know, they've already technically had Death Star 3, a Starkiller base, but I think that there will be another form of Death Star in this one, another planet-destroying ship. Maybe not an exact replica of the Death Star or Starkiller base. It'll be something that will destroy planets, that they're going to be like, oh, look at this, now we have another planet-destroying thing. Like, aren't we so original? And yeah, I think that's going to happen, because it just seems we always need a doomsday device in a Star Wars movie. Or is it really a Star Wars movie? You don't have a planet destruction device? And for my final space, I think that the Knights of Ren are going to insta-die, as in, like, we're going to get introduced to them as they're being killed, or it'll be Kylo's gonna like walk into a room and be like, hey, what up, guys? And they're gonna be like, yo, Kylo, how's it going? He's gonna be like, not much, I'm really sad you guys are dead. And they're gonna be like, wait, what? And then he kills them all. Anyway, that is my Star Wars Episode 9 bingo card. I am really, really, really excited for the movie. I'm so hyped to see the trailer. The little tiny bits that I have seen have gotten me hyped so much. And I am just, oh my gosh, I can't believe that the Skywalker saga is going to be over. Star Wars has been my favorite thing since I was a kid. It was one of the first movies I ever remember seeing. And it's what made me realize filmmaking is so cool, like that you can make something like that big and epic and just awesome. And I'm really happy to a point to see that story end, because I hate stories that are dragged out way too long. Like, I hate TV shows that go on way longer than they should. Like, every good story should have an end, I think. So the storyteller part of me is like, I'm glad that it's ending. I hope it ends on a really good note, and I really, really think that this episode 9 is going to make episode 8 seem a lot better. Like, to me, I think that all the hate episode 8 got will be retracted when people then see the full context of the story, because everybody's just saying that this single jigsaw puzzle piece doesn't look right for the entire puzzle when the entire puzzle hasn't even been put together yet. And I'm waiting till I see that whole puzzle, because, yeah, and I'm just really excited to see what happens. I'm really excited to see how they wrap up everything. I really hope that it is wrapped up in the most perfect way ever. I know not everybody's gonna be happy about it already. I'm already imagining the outrage, but I'm excited. I am hype, and I just cannot wait. We only have like 2 months left, and hopefully I can get there before it gets spoiled for me, because I would probably cry if I got it spoiled, because I love seeing the stories unfold and feeling that initial, like, shock of things happening. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you are new here, hit subscribe, all that other fun stuff. Anyway, I guess that's all for now, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!